Привет, друзья! Welcome back to our 50 words per week series. Now, we are starting A2 level words today, and we're going to have a number of different videos. So make sure that you stick around because A2 is really, I would say, make or break kind of a point of your Russian. If you learn A2, all the words in A2, it's not just the basics anymore like A1 was. It's above basics. If you master A2 level, I would say you can have about 90% of conversations in Russian. Of course, granted that your grammar is okay and all of that. And these videos, we're going to have 50 words per week. That's a perfect amount of words for you guys to learn every week and realistically retain them for a long period of time. Every video will have a list of words to add to your vocabulary. Of course, I'm going to go through them one by one in the video, explaining them a little bit, using the pronunciation, all of that. But you also will have them with the first link in the description. Under each video, you'll be linked to a set of words on BeFluent. We have a vocabulary building page on BeFluent where you can add the words to your vocabulary and then practice them regularly through different exercises and all of that. That will ensure that you retain them for a long time. Just watching this video is not enough. You will watch these words or learn these words today and you'll forget them tomorrow, unless you have a system. If you have a system that you use to learn words that you don't forget them in the future, then go ahead and do that. But if you don't, then BeFluent is going to be a great addition to your Russian. But enough of the intro. Today, let's cover the first top 50 words of A2 level, the most common ones, the ones that natives use the most. Number one is s. S is a preposition that means with. S, like с мамой, with mom. Next is весь. Весь is the entire thing, the whole thing. Весь. For example, весь торт, the whole cake. So весь means the entirety of something or whole. Next we have по. По is also a preposition that means along or on the surface of. По дороге, on the surface of the street or on the street. Like, я иду по дороге, I'm walking on the street. So along the street, on the surface of the street, по means that. Next we have но. No, you would think that it's going to be an A1 level word, but it's not. No means but. I guess because for you to use no, you have to use like a complex sentence to begin with. So no means but. Next we have za. Za has a plethora of meanings, and here's the video that covers them all. But for A2 level, I would say that the most common one would be the meaning of behind. За домом, behind the house, for example. So за means behind. Next we have который. Который is a word that is tricky. It really means which. But который describes objects. It doesn't describe actions. It describes people or objects. Который. Мороженое, которое я люблю. The ice cream which I love. Or the type that I love. Который. Next we have or the variation of it is об. Both mean about. Or is a default variation of it. Use or for all the words, unless they start with a vowel. For that, use об. For example, о тебе, about you, but об этом, about this. Because этом starts with a vowel, you use об. So that we don't have о этом, okay, but об этом, a bit more of a barrier between two words. Next one is еще. This one can mean many things. Either it's more, like let's say somebody's pouring you tea. You can say еще, keep going, more, еще. Or it can mean still. Something is still the same. Он еще не выучил. He still didn't learn. So еще here kind of identifies the fact that nothing has changed. So еще means still or more. Next we have бы. Бы as a particle means would, and it's used for conditional sentences. I would go. Я бы пошел. Again, a breakdown of бы is right here. We're going to have a lot of those words that need an additional breakdown video. So I'll be linking a lot of them here because, just learning one translation won't do anything for your Russian. You have to truly understand what they mean, deeply. Okay, бы. Next is уже. Уже means already. Уже, something has happened already. Уже. Next is если. Если means if. Again, used for conditional sentences. If something happens, then something else will happen. Если is used for that. Next is до. До can mean multiple things. It can mean before when it comes to time, до вечера, before the evening. Or it can mean до дома, up until the house. So it can either outline before when it comes to time, or before when it comes to direction or movement. I have stopped before this building. До is used for both of those meanings. Next is самый. Самый means the most. Самый. Next we have ни. Ни can mean neither, but it has to be used in a pair. Ни plus ни. For example, ни ты, ни она. Not him, neither you. Neither you nor him. Okay? In this sense, ни is translated as neither. Then we have свой. Свой means one's own. And свой can change in meaning from my to your to her to his, depending on who is doing the action. I can say, я люблю свой телефон. I love my phone. Свой here means mine because I'm doing the action of loving the phone. If you say, ты любишь свой телефон, now свой means your phone. So свой can have a difference of meaning depending on who is doing the action. But in essence, it means one's own, where that one, the person, is the one who is doing the action. Next, we have дело. Дело means a thing to do or business. Дело. Of course, you probably have heard как дела, how are things? And дела here is a plural of дело, things. Next, we have под. Под means under. Под. Then we have чтобы, so that. Чтобы outlines a purpose of action. I did this in order to do something else. So that in order to is чтобы. Next, we have сам. Сам means by yourself or yourself. When you do something by yourself, like with your own hands or without anybody's help. Then we have первый. Первый means first. Первый. Simple enough. Потом means afterwards or then when we talk about multiple actions. Потом. Then we have при. При as a preposition is very tricky. It means at, next to something. При. But of course, it's used a lot in phrases. При тебе, in front of you. Something has happened in front of your eyes. При тебе. Next, we have теперь. Теперь means now or when things have changed. When you maybe didn't know something before, but now you know it. So теперь is really used to say but now. It outlines a difference or a change from the past to today. Next is тоже. Тоже means also or as well. Тоже. Then we have после. После means after or afterwards, similar to потом that we have just used. Через means across when it comes to a physical crossing of something, через. Also, через means in a certain amount of time. Через час, in an hour. Тогда means then at that time. When something has happened at a certain time, тогда is used. Then we have каждый. Каждый means each or every one of something. Каждый. Then we have сторона. Сторона is side or angle. Yeah, сторона. Then we have никто. Никто means nobody or no one. Никто не пришел. Nobody came.
К сожалению, никто не пришел.
Then we have перед, in front of. Перед, like in front of an object. Перед. Then we have над. Над means above or over something. Над. Then we have взять. Взять means to take or to hire, to bring somebody in. Взять. Взять телефон. To take a phone. Взять человека, to hire a person or to bring a person. Then we have конечно. Конечно means certainly or of course. It can be a good response. Конечно. Of course. Next is несколько. Несколько either can mean some or a few or few. It's up to translation, really. Несколько means a few of something. Несколько человек. A few people. Next, последний. Последний means last. We had первый for the first. Now, последний is last. Земля can be either planet Earth, Земля, or dirt, ground, Земля. Then we have sila. Sila is power or might or I guess power is the best translation. Sila. Второй is the second. Второй. Увидеть is to see or to notice something. Now we're moving on to a bit of verbs here. Увидеть. Next, всегда. Всегда means always. Всегда. Случай is case or occurrence. Случай. Then we have мир. Мир means the world, like the entirety of the world. It doesn't have to be just our Earth, our planet. It can be the entire existence, everything. Мир. Сразу means immediately. Сразу. Совсем means entirely or completely. Совсем. Я совсем забыл. I completely forgot this. Совсем. Then we have вид. Вид means sight or view of something. You can look outside your window, that's going to be вид. Also, вид is a grammatical term for the aspect of the verb. Вид. Почти means almost. Почти. Я почти успел. I almost made it. Почти. Next is между. Между means between some things. Между. Next we have подумать. Думать by itself means to think. And you can think that, okay, подумать is just a simple change of the aspect. Not really. It is, but not really. Подумать can also mean a different thing. To think for a little bit. To make a decision. Дайте подумать. Let me think. Like that. Подумать means to think for some time and then make a decision. Next, главный. Главный means the main. If it's an adjective, it means the main something, like главная улица, the main street. But главный can also be a noun. Я здесь главный. I'm the one in charge here. I'm the main one. I'm the chief here. Я главный. So it can be both noun and an adjective. And that is all. That's the first 50 words. As you can see, a lot of these words are connected words, or they're words that by themselves don't mean anything. For example, уже, already. You will never make a sentence уже. You can, but it's going to be very rare. So these are for long sentences. We are going away from just having individual nouns. These words are more for a conversation. And a lot of them are not so easy to remember. You have a lot of unknown words and uncommon words. The best thing to do, like I said, is to study them regularly. Every day, have a certain set of words that you study and challenge yourself to translate them properly, spell them properly. You can do all of that with BeFluent. Again, check the first link in the description or this button right here. Join us. You can check it out for free for 7 days. And if you don't like the process, you can always just stick to these videos without the BeFluent part of it. That is all. See you all there and see you all during the next lesson, during the second portion of A2 Words.